The plastic in your phone, the gas in your car, the medicine in your cabinet, almost everything you rely on begins its life here, beneath billions of gallons of churning saltwater, miles away from civilization. The crude we need is locked away in tight, highly pressurized rock formations buried deep beneath the seafloor. To reach it, engineers build offshore oil platforms, costing up to $10 billion to construct. These towering metal islands stand taller than many skyscrapers, anchored straight into the ocean bed or floating on immense pontoons. They're operated by crews of up to 500 people who live and work isolated on the rig for months at a time. The operation runs 24/7, engineered to hold firm against 30-meter waves and Category 5 hurricanes. Reaching the reservoir is a dangerous war against extreme physics, pressure, and the ocean itself. The extraction begins with a massive derrick pushing a rotary drill bit made of diamond or tungsten carbide straight down. It chews through thousands of meters of open water and solid rock to reach the reservoir. As the drill grinds deeper, a specialized chemical mix called drilling mud is pumped down the pipe. This mud cools the drill bit, but more importantly, it acts as a heavy physical weight to artificially cap the massive, naturally occurring pressure trying to push up from the rocks below. If that underground pressure overpowers the weight of the mud, a blowout occurs. Volatile fluids and gas violently shoot up the drill shaft, entirely out of control. To prevent this, engineers install a blowout preventer, or BOP, right at the seafloor. This immense emergency valve acts as the ultimate failsafe, capable of crushing the drill pipe and sealing the well instantly if pressure spikes. When those mechanical failsafes fail, the results are catastrophic. The 2010 Deepwater Horizon disaster occurred exactly because its blowout preventer malfunctioned, resulting in a devastating explosion and massive environmental damage. Drilling a well requires a razor-thin balancing act. Crews are constantly adjusting fluid weights to contain the explosive energy of the Earth's crust. Once the drill finally breaches the reservoir, the natural underground pressure is often so intense that the fluid shoots itself all the way to the surface without pumping. The fluid surging to the platform is a chaotic, highly toxic slurry of crude, saltwater, sand, and explosive natural gas. Before anything can be stored, that slurry has to be sorted. It flows directly into the platform's most vital machine, the three-phase separator. This is a massive horizontal drum that uses basic gravity to calm and organize the turbulent mixture. Inside the tank, the heaviest liquid, the saltwater, sinks to the bottom. The crude oil settles in the middle, while the lightweight natural gas rises into the empty space at the top. The water is treated and returned to the ocean, and the crude oil is collected. But that excess natural gas is highly dangerous on a crowded metal rig, so it's piped away and safely burned off into the atmosphere. Raw extraction is useless without this immediate, high-pressure chemical sorting right at the wellhead. A medium-sized rig pulls thousands of barrels a day from the well. Until transport arrives, all that sorted crude needs a place to go. The solution is an FPSO, a floating production, storage, and offloading vessel. It acts as a massive floating warehouse, roughly 3 football fields long, permanently anchored right beside the platform. Inside its all, the crude oil is closely monitored and kept in temperature-controlled tanks. If the oil gets cold, it thickens into a dense sludge that makes pumping it impossible. When those tanks are full, a very large crude carrier, or VLCC, arrives to collect the haul. These ships are the size of a city block. Just guiding one into position near the platform requires highly specialized marine pilots. Docking in the open ocean is precarious. The tanker and the FPSO are tightly bound together using incredibly thick steel mooring ropes that weigh over 100 kilograms per meter, ensuring neither massive ship drifts during the transfer. A flexible cargo hose connects the two vessels. Then, massive 5,000 horsepower pumps switch on, pushing millions of liters of crude through the line in a strictly monitored, zero-spark environment. Moving millions of barrels of oil across the open ocean requires a highly synchronized ballet of heavy machinery. One frayed rope or a single stray spark can mean disaster. After up to 48 hours of continuous pumping, the loading is complete. Every single liter is documented. finalizing a multi-million-dollar transaction far away from any bank. The mooring lines are released, and the heavily loaded tanker slowly detaches. It turns toward the horizon, beginning its journey to a coastal refinery. Left behind in the water, the platform crews reset the equipment. They turn their attention back down to the seafloor, drilling the next well, completely isolated from the society they are busy powering. Our daily routines, our cars, our manufacturing, every modern convenience runs because of this dangerous, continuous cycle of deep water engineering, a massive operation that never stops and never sleeps.